This is for you. If you now look back then on Burn My Eyes, it was a blast back then. I think it was the biggest selling debut album for Roadrunner. What are your thoughts now on that album? It's been 14 years now. What are your thoughts? What comes to mind? What are your first memories of that period, recording or maybe touring that album? Or is there one thing that sticks out?
I mean, I'm proud of it, you know. I mean, I'd rather be the dude who wrote "Burn My Eyes" than the dude who didn't.
It's true. No, but I was thinking maybe it's something that happened that say, well, that sums up my time back then.
I don't think that any of us. I mean, I know for a fact that none of us. I mean, we never thought it was going to do what it did. You know, I mean, it sold 500,000 records.
Yeah.
You know, in a year and a half. You know, like by the end of it, and you know, I know our goals back then were very modest. You know, we weren't coming out going, yeah, we're gonna fucking, you know, we're gonna go platinum, or you know what I mean? Like it was nothing. It was never. I mean, it was never about that. I remember we used to look at NoFX as like this kind of bar, like wow, you know, like if you know we're on an independent label, you know, they're on an independent label. You know, they used to sell, you know, they'd come back. Our drummer was friends with some of those dudes. They'd be like, yeah, man, we made like $80,000 in merchandise. We'd be like, holy fuck, you know, like just, you know, they sold 20,000 records. It just sounded like so big, you know. Yeah. So I think, you know, that was kind of our goal. I mean, I think we thought if we sell 20,000 records, our two goals were to sell 20,000 records, go to Europe once, and to open the Slayer show at the Henry J. Kaiser in Oakland. Those were our three goals. And so if we achieved those three goals, we were the kings. You know, like that was it, you know. So, I mean, 20,000 worldwide, you know, like that's, you know, we ended up selling 500,000. We ended up opening, you know, for Slayer in Europe and ended up opening the Kaiser show in Oakland as well as the whole States run. And, you know, so it's pretty awesome, man.
But what did it do to you once you've made it? Well, once you've accomplished those three goals, I think what did it do to you? Because well, selling 500,000, what did it do to you music-wise and with the band? Was it too much or was it just good enough?
It was like, I mean, it was a fucking, you know, it was a roller coaster, man. You know what I mean? Like it was. I mean, none of us expected, you know, here in Europe especially, it was really incredible. Like in America never really got Burn My Eyes. You know, I think like in Europe, we charted in the top 20. In Germany, like in the top 25. We charted number 24 in the UK. You know, I mean, our video was like all over, you know, Davidian was all over Headbangers Ball. Headbangers Ball was still on. In America, we sold 1,100 copies our first week, you know, so like, it was like, you know, it ended up selling, and we toured a lot, you know, we played a lot, toured a lot, and we got a good buzz, so, you know, we ended up selling, you know, it did okay, it did like 80 or 90,000, I think, when all was said and done in America, but, you know, the majority of the sales happened here in Europe and the UK.
How come?
So, I don't know.
Maybe, what are your thoughts on it now? You still don't know? Maybe, well, once you've spoken to people, maybe, well, How come you see that?
I mean, like the media didn't really like us in America. You know, they like all the metal magazines. You know, the few metal magazines that there were, like they didn't want to cover us. They, you know, we got like 2 pages in the very back of the magazine or something. You know, I don't know, they just didn't like our vibe or something. You know, I don't know what it was. And,
I think it was maybe
it wasn't even until really
time,
it wasn't even really until like the Burning Red that we started getting actual, you know, real coverage. You know, something more than 2 fucking pages in the back of a magazine. You know.